All right, you ready? You good? You ready? You good?
Yeah.
Warm it up, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Throw another shrimp on the bobby.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the We the Fans Network. I don't know what episode number it is, but you're here, we're here, and we're here to bring you another one. You can follow me on Twitter at WeTheFans_Ron, and of course on the We the Fans pages on Instagram and Facebook at We the Fans Network. And as always, is that a
There goes your phone.
Huh? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that slipping again, huh? Look at that.
Ron, you shrunk,
I got a
buddy.
solution. I got a solution for it right now. That's it. But as I was saying, and as usual with me, Mike, is that a Dolphin shirt you're wearing?
Sure is.
Yeah, I couldn't see. I just went by the colors. All right. Well, where can they follow you, Mike?
Whoop, there it is on Twitter, and boom went to dynamite on Instagram.
Uh-oh, I have a feeling there's a baby sleeping in the house.
Yes, just went down. I am downstairs, but
Boom.
gonna tread lightly because he's teething.
Boomer, did you realize how softly he said it? He said, boom went to dynamite.
Hey guys.
Boom went to dynamite on Instagram.
6-inch library voices, please.
Yeah, and Boomer.
At Live with Boomer or at TCB baby.
That's right. And if you didn't get all that and you're watching the video, look right there. There it is. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check it out. And if you're watching the video, check out the audio, vice versa. Share it all on all the social media. And now, let's go. So, topic number one that we're going to talk about, or real quickly just kind of give a little bit of a shout out to a friend of the show who was on before with me and Mike. If anybody didn't watch the episode, I recommend watching it. It's a pretty cool story. And I'm talking about Steeler Rick, who is going to be one of the first 3 people inducted into the Ford Hall of Fans, presented by Ford and the NFL. And that is, I'm pretty sure it's next week. I saw an Instagram post from him that said 10 days. I think it was that was 2 days ago. So I think it's next weekend. Pretty awesome. I mean, that's pretty sick. Shout out to Steeler Rick. And of course, this is We the Fans, so shout out to the other fans being inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fans, the Dolfan Maniac and Bearman, the Dolphins fan and the Bear fan.
He posted a picture with them. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Will the bear eat the dolphin?
Huh?
Will the bear eat the dolphin?
No. Dolphins one of the smartest animals in the world. Boomer, come on.
Was that supposed to be a joke, Boomer?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a bear. It's a guy dressed up as a bear and a guy that's dressed up as a dolphin next to each other. Bear eat fish.
no.
Yeah, but dolphins aren't fish, Boom.
Oh, whatever.
He never watched Ace Ventura, obviously.
No.
I've definitely watched Ace Ventura.
Well,
then,
1 and 2.
No.
you would know. Anyway, shout out to Steeler Rick. I'm going to reach out to him, try and hopefully maybe have him on next week or the week after. He's probably going to be kind of busy, so we'll try. We'll reach out to him. Yeah, we got to have him on, I think, at least one or two more times before football season starts, right?
Yeah, I haven't even talked to the guy yet.
Yeah, Boomer's got to get some FaceTime with him.
Congrats, Rick, and whatever you do, don't bring up Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, not to
you
Boomer.
watch this,
Don't do it to Boomer.
Or Russell Westbrook.
So good transition. Good transition. Let's go NBA. And this was a question that was brought up by Boomer in our little pre-text, pre-show text, whatever. When we come
I
up
only
with
got
our
one of
topic.
my transitions into this.
It was basketball. That's all it was. It was basketball. So anyway, Boomer's question was, with Zion Williamson deciding to sign with the Jordan brand for his sneaker deal, if you were a superstar athlete and had to choose between the popular sneaker brands, Adidas, Reebok, I don't know, maybe even New Balance nowadays, people are starting to rock that now, Nike, Jordan, what would you choose? Mike, we'll start with you.
You can't blame him for picking Jordan brand. I mean, for his age group, that's the creme de la creme right there. So I can't knock them for that. But someone like me, I'm old school. I grew up, with the Nikes, so I would be Team Nike. Adidas, something like that. But gotta love Nikes. Come on.
So, Boom, you're gonna go last because I feel like we're on the same page, and you're gonna be a lot more aggressive with what I'm gonna say. So, hang on 1 second, okay? Yeah, so I would go Jordan because it's Michael Jordan, and my first choice was Nike. But Nike is a very much, how can we say this? Very much one of these companies that just likes to please people, and we'll kind of leave it at that. And I think we all know I'm referring to the Colin Kaepernick type stuff. Not just that, but stuff like that. And I know Jordan is a branch of Nike, technically. I'm aware of that. But I'd go Jordan. For those simple, I'm not going to get into detail reasons. But Boomer will.
Well, listen, you can get into things about Jordan and how he lived his life too.
I got no problem with
that has nothing to do with that. Business.
Let's all not lose focus here, okay? Let me bring everybody back in. Jordans are ugly. It's very rare that a very nice pair of Jordans come out. Other than that, all these players that are sponsored by Jordan, all of those sneakers are ugly.
I just agree with you that I'm like you. I do like the classic Nike look. I do like Nike. I am more like I'll buy Nikes over Jordans. But if I was going into business with one of them, it'd be Jordan.
I pick Nike.
It'd be Jordan.
You're talking about Michael Jordan, and he can't even freaking run a basketball team.
Michael Jordan created Nike, first of all. So
basically,
I'm not going to either one of those brands, and the reason I don't like Nike has nothing to do with the politicized bullshit that they do nowadays. Ever since I played sports my entire life, you know what shoes always fucking fell apart, were pieces of shit? Nikes. You know what shoes I think are actually ugly? Nikes. You know what are actually not athletically comfortable? Nike. I would never wear them. I used to wear Reeboks over them when Reebok was big. I wore Converse for basketball. I never wore
Converse are the most uncomfortable sneakers ever created in life.
What?
Ever.
Which Converse
it's like
wearing?
rubber and freaking fabric. That's a pair of Converse.
What?
I said a pair of Converses are a piece of rubber and fabric and a shoelace.
That's the one that everybody wears. They have different types, for Christ's sakes.
That's the only one I know.
Well, do some research, bro.
All right.
To me, is no reason of anything about the political stuff or why I don't like Nike. I've never liked Nike from when I was a little kid. You can ask some of my friends. I've always hated it. I think it's a shit company. I think they make a shit product. And when the shoe blew out, I'm not joking. When Zion's shoe blew out, I had soccer cleats that did the exact same thing. Nike's always fallen apart. The fastest shoe that I've worn, as a kid and shit like that. Hate it. Don't like it. Love to see Nike fail. I'm all the way Under Armour. Under Armour, I love every bit of Under Armour. I wear all Under Armour shit constantly.
I like Under Armour.
I had a pair of Under Armour sneakers.
Very reliable.
It was a comfortable pair of sneakers.
Not sneakers, but like basketball sneakers or Under Armour cleats they're really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Nike cleats, man. Never had an issue.
Nike makes good cleats, but Under Armour does too. You can't go wrong with
Under Armour. I like
cleats.
Under Armour. I'll give you that.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll argue with you there.
All right, I think that's really it for the NBA. Not really much going on, right? I mean, all we can do is talk about sneakers. Jesus, must be slow. Must be a slow day.
Yeah.
Do you know that a little fun fact? Do you know Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Do you know he hasn't hit a 3-pointer in his career yet in the NBA?
He's only shot 3.
Isn't that wild? He was a first or second pick in the draft?
He was the number 1 overall pick.
Number 1 overall pick. In 2 full NBA years, he has not hit a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bullshit.
I mean, everybody makes fun of how he can't shoot. I didn't know it was like that though.
That's just a little fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
I knew this, but thank you for the fun fact. The listeners may not have known. Good job, Mike.
First pick in the draft. That's crazy.
let's go to the next topic. A little bit of baseball. Mike not only has his Dolphins shirt on, but he has his Braves hat on. Is there anything you want to say about the Braves before we get into what's important?
One of only 5 MLB teams with 60-plus wins at the moment, so congratulations to the 5. Braves, Yankees, Astros, Dodgers, and I believe Brewers. So, kudos. Playing great baseball, and can't ask for more right now. I'm going to keep it light for Boomer. I'll save it for
Thank you. I appreciate that very much because it's so boring.
I'll keep it light too. We'll keep it quick. We'll keep it real quick. Not only are the Yankees.
Real quick before you go, Ron.
I'm not going. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're not the only savages in the box, buddy.
Well, we're not going to get there yet. But
okay, you're going to stay
besides,
with it.
yeah, no, I'm going to sweet. Oh, this is going to be sweet. Don't worry. Besides being one of the 5 teams with over 60 wins in the league, they are also the only team sitting atop Major League Baseball all by themselves with a 646 win percentage, 64 wins, 35 losses. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to be the best team in baseball. But I said it last year too, being the best team in regular season baseball, and I said it a couple weeks ago, Mike.
In regular baseball.
I don't care who the best team is in April, June, August, September. Who's the best team in October? That's all that matters. They still need pitching. So I won't sweeten it that much, but we are the best team in baseball right now. You better put some respect on our name. Okay? Thank you. Tip the hat. I appreciate it. Now let's get into some fucking savages. Because, dude,
I don't even know about any of this.
So Aaron Boone,
Boomer, it was awesome.
Boone, the
You gotta watch the clip.
Aaron Boone. For anyone that hasn't watched it, please watch it. The Aaron Boone, the Yankees manager, was not happy about the strikes and balls calls in this game.
Rookie home plate by the way.
Oh, was he? I didn't know. So
that's why he was all like first name basis.
Okay. So Aaron Boone got in his face, and he happened to be mic'd up. And usually guys don't, they usually keep it in mind when they're mic'd up. And Aaron Boone didn't care, and I was not a fan of Aaron Boone. But I do appreciate this because this is what's needed every once in a while, and I didn't think he had it in him. But he was basically yelling at the umpire, telling him that, my guys are fucking savages in the box, and you're not calling a good game, and you better start calling a good game. This guy's a good pitcher, but you're giving him calls because my guys are fucking savages. That's basically what he said.
But he starts off, he's like, Brendan, you gotta clean it up.
Right.
Brendan, clean it up now. And then he just gets a little hotter and hotter, and he's like, clean the shit up, Brendan. These guys are fucking savages in the box.
It was great.
Oh, it's great.
It was great.
It was awesome, man. That was so cool.
The umpire probably was. With a lineup like that, people are going to favor away from the Yankees, always, with a lineup like that. You're going to give the pitcher the benefit of the doubt more times than not when you have Murderers Row 2019 from 1 to 9 in the lineup.
Murderers Row, Jesus.
I know, Boomer. I know.
But Boomer doesn't even know the reference. You do.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right, we can get off the baseball now. Oh, wow.
Trade deadline is July 31st, but it's not even a real trade deadline. So
I'm back, but now I moved.
Look for some action in the next 7 days. Starting pitchers on the move.
Look for some action. So let's get into trying to decide if I should plug this in or if it's going to die. It's at 10%. We'll see. Let's get into some NFL. It's definitely going to die. I should plug it in at some point. Let's get into some NFL. We're going to start with last season seemed to be all about Antonio Brown not being able to keep his mouth shut. And now we seem like we're headed towards the year of Odell Beckham. We're already in, I should say, the year of Odell Beckham not being able to keep his mouth shut. And it's funny because all he does is complain about privacy and stuff like that. And we're not going to get into it because I don't really care. But for example, people asking if he's gay. And then he gets mad about these things. But the guy doesn't keep himself out of the public and doesn't keep his own private life private. So he's just he's just a moron, and I'm definitely not a fan of his. I definitely don't want to see Cleveland win, and it's kind of solely because of him, because I'm a pretty big Baker Mayfield fan right now. I think we know that from last year, and I kind of can't stand Odell Beckham Jr. And did you guys see, let's start with the comments from Baker Mayfield about the Giants and Giants fans. Did you see that?
Like about how like Cleveland has better fans and stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Do you know what it was?
You're hitting the Eddie. Play the tape.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, here we go. So I got it right here.
Eddie Scazzeri, what are you doing back there?
Baker Mayfield said he's here to play in front of fans who actually care, who will actually show up to every game and pack the stadium and love him for who he is. Now, clearly, I'm not a Giants fan, but he's not describing Giants fans. Don't care and don't show up to the games. Like, that's no Giants fan I ever met. And for Baker Mayfield, who's a year into the league, to be taking shots, I mean, let's take it easy, Baker. I mean, let's understand what really just happened. And the franchise that you're taking shots at, and the that, I don't understand where that came from.
He's backing his wide receiver.
Yeah, but
building the chemistry.
Shot. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. Boomer?
Baker Mayfield says a lot of dumb shit. I don't have a problem. But I think it's going to hurt him very, very quickly. You can't have the same attitude as a wide receiver when you're a quarterback.
And
people are going to get sick and tired of Baker running his mouth. He's going to start getting lit up, cheap shot lit up. Like, he's about to get really fucking ran over hard. And if he doesn't shut his mouth, people are going to shut it for him real quick.
I'm going to throw something at you right now, guys. I think, and I didn't feel this way earlier, I'm going to go heavy Browns players for fantasy football, man. I think they're going to put up a lot of numbers.
I think so too, but there you go, throw something at me. I think they are too, but
they have wide receiver. I mean, even if they doubled up Odell, Jarvis is going to eat.
Right, and then you have Njoku.
Odell's going to eat.
You have Njoku.
Too many egos. It's going to fail.
I think it's enough ego to where like they're gonna like try to outdo each other. It's gonna be like a greatest show on turf type of.
But you know what?
Already butthurt. What do you think's gonna happen when Landry's getting all the fucking catches?
Boom.
Man? They're best friends, dude.
Who doesn't matter.
Shit.
So Mike, did you hear Odell's latest comments about the Giants and how the only reason why people watched them was because of him and the catch and this and that. First of all, he was nobody before that catch, and if he didn't catch the ball with one hand, he would have been just another receiver after it. Okay, let's be honest.
I knew who he was before that catch. But.
Yes, I'm talking about household names where little kids are going, I'm Odell Beckham, like they're saying I'm Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan, okay? That catch put him over there as a celebrity. Other than that, he would have just been a top receiver like an Antonio Brown, a DeAndre Hopkins, a Julio Jones. He would have been a nobody. So people watched you, because you made one catch. But you weren't the team. You weren't there when the team was winning. As a matter of fact, you were involved in the whole stupid boat thing that started the losing when it started there, where you had major drops in the game. So all the losing started when Odell Beckham got there.
It's like how New York treated Matt Harvey. He was a king before he did anything. It's the same thing with Odell. It's just...
But it was different because Matt Hardy...
What cities do, man. They put you on a pedestal.
No, but Matt Hardy, not Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy is in WWE. Matt Harvey did not have anywhere near the attitude that Odell Beckham has. And
he was super cocky.
He was super cocky. You're right. He was super cocky. He was dating models. He wasn't on video with blunts and coke and questionable shit going on.
Yeah, he just did a naked ESPN cover.
Who cares? That's a thing.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
That's
a thing. That's no. Hold on.
Field goal nets.
That's
pissing in the back of the end zone and do it.
Right.
OBJ's an idiot.
Going on ESPN and bashing his team and brought Lil Wayne with him for some reason. Who knows? We still don't know why Lil Wayne was there, but he was. And sitting there literally bashing his quarterback and his teammates. And come on, who does that? And then
a scorn lover. That's who does that. His feelings
no,
are hurt.
no, a little girl, a brat, and somebody who doesn't know how to grow up. That's who does that. Somebody who's not going to be tolerated. It's not going to be
Listen,
tolerated.
at the end of the day, if he puts up 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns, nobody's going to care.
Remember we talked about Chauncey Billups, how he described Carmelo Anthony, and how he said Carmelo could score 30 and the team would lose, and he'd be a great leader in the locker room after the game. But if the Knicks lost, or even when they played in Denver, that they lost, and Carmelo scored, if they won and Carmelo scored 10, he wasn't happy. That's Odell Beckham, dude. And Boomer's right. When he has 3 catches for 15 yards or 2 catches for 7 yards, and Jarvis and Njoku and Chubb go off and they win the game, and it happens more than 2-3 times throughout the year, his attitude's going to change.
You know what else is going to happen this year? They are going to have the lead a lot because they have an elite defense. They're going to have the lead, so they're going to rely on the run game, which means less passing, which means less receptions for everybody.
Jarvis Landry's the man. Which means Jarvis Landry's the man in that offense, because who are you going to hit on a 5-yard slant? Who are you going to hit on a drag route, on an in, on an out? You're hitting Jarvis Landry. You're not throwing the ball short to Odell Beckham.
Odell only needs 3 catches for 147 yards. You know what I mean? No, seriously, think about it. You can dish and feed.
And how often is
and Chubb and this one and that one.
And he'll do it twice.
Baker Mayfield's going to chuck the rock. This is going to be one of the best offenses in the league.
Potentially.
Top 5 for sure.
Potentially. If he acts right, I agree. If he acts right, I agree. But he has to act right. He has to act right.
They have to put up. It's time for them to show. They have all the pieces. It's time for them to show everybody.
But now the pressure's on.
What's going to happen is there's too many people that have an attitude and like to speak out, and as soon as they start losing, that's going to clash. They might start off hot, but if they go on a streak, that shit is going to wear thin in the locker room, and they're going to start hating each other. It's going to happen.
How many times?
They all want to talk.
Mike,
they all want the limelight. That's all they do.
If they start the season like the Dolphins usually do, and they go 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, and then go 4-5, 4-4, you're gonna start seeing major problems come out of that locker room. You're gonna see it, and it's very, very likely that that's gonna happen because they're still a new team. Remember Philly's dream team with Vince Young? Remember that? That didn't work out very well. Remember the Miami Heat in their first year? Yeah, they went to the championship, but they had a lot of problems along the way.
Got their ass kicked.
You can't put a star team together. It doesn't work. They don't produce right away. They have to stay together. That locker room.
The only 2 pieces that they brought in are Landry and who's been there a year already and has rapport with the new quarterback, and then Odell. Everything else is
new quarterback, Kareem Hunt.
Coach.
What do you mean?
The coach.
Kareem Hunt's not gonna. He's not
Hold
gonna
on.
play.
The whole
He's
coaching
suspended
staff.
for 6 games, right?
The whole coaching staff. The whole coaching staff is different. Everything's different. Everything's different. It's a different culture.
Which receiver is going to put up a better season, Odell Beckham or Antonio Brown?
Jarvis Landry.
Antonio Brown.
Okay, I want you to put up a poll, Ronnie, please, on the Twitter.
We don't even need a poll, but at the end of the year, we'll have facts. And my facts.
I want to see how many people I'm going to freaking shun at the end of the season when Odell has a better season than Antonio Brown.
He's not going to.
Definitely not to.
Derek Carr and Antonio.
More yards, more touchdowns, more receptions. All 3.
The Raiders may not have a great season, but Antonio Brown, Derek Carr this year will have a very good year. You watch.
All they got to do is double team them. They got nobody else in Oakland.
You can say that forever at Pittsburgh. He's going to get open, man. And they do have other people in Oakland.
They don't have Jarvis Landry.
That don't matter. Jarvis Landry's going to take away from your OBJ.
Boomer, I got to go away from you on this one. I got to go with Mike on this one.
That's fine.
That's
fine with me. You guys are going to lose. I'm all right with that.
But the only argument...
Nostradamus doesn't lose,
So the only argument, Mike, the only argument I would have against you is, and you said he doesn't have Jarvis Landry, that would hurt Odell Beckham's stats.
Helps.
And Antonio Callaway.
Helps. You have to. The defense has to account for Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, but he's gonna. Neither of them are gonna get as many catches as they usually do.
Different.
they're gonna have
75, 80
I don't
catches
think you
each.
guys understand the rapport that they're going to have. They've been playing together since like middle school and high school and college.
Cool.
They already know where the other one's going to be. They're both going to eat.
It ain't about them knowing where the other one's going to be. It's about the quarterback.
Boom.
Watch, you guys are going to see, man. This is going to be a nice little duo, man. I'm really thinking about
also
this.
wrong. Look, just like I said, Raiders are going to be from behind. They're going to be throwing. Antonio Brown's going to get his catches and yards this year. I promise you.
Double,
The
triple
Browns
team.
will have
There's
the
nobody
lead,
else.
and they will play conservative
All right,
when they have
so
the lead.
I changed my mind. I'm on Boomer's side now.
Wow.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
You freaking argued your...
I kind of convinced
you
myself
swayed the jury,
too.
Boomer.
I kind of convinced myself too, because the Jarvis Landry thing is huge. They're
Antonio Callaway.
neither of them are going to have more than 90 catches this year. How about that?
Wait, Odell or Antonio's not going to have 90?
No. Odell or Jarvis.
Jarvis will have 100 receptions.
Not in that offense, he won't. He didn't do it last year. He didn't even
Too
come
many
close
people,
last year.
man. I'm telling you. And they have good running backs.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be playing from behind. Like, these factors matter.
Yep. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to someone who wasn't suspended, who some people think probably kind of should have been suspended. Some other people have been suspended for some other things. And we're going to do some comparisons. So Tyreek Hill was not suspended for allegedly, or he was proven, whatever the story is, of child abuse, basically. And we all know the story by now, broken arm, all that. And he wasn't suspended. But Mike, let's start with you.
Well, at the very minimum, at least the case is still open technically with the NFL. They're just clearing him now for inconclusive evidence or testimony, whatever. But I think he's a scumbag. I think
you're wrong.
He's an abusive person. It's still open. It's still open.
No, it's closed now.
I'm pretty sure it's done.
Yeah, I read the whole thing.
NFL. Last I read, anyway. He's a scum. He's scum. No good. He should be disciplined. Guilty or not in the court of law, NFL never obliged by that previously, and now all of a sudden they're turning a new leaf.
So that's where I kind of feel the same way, is that the NFL always governed themselves, which is fine. They're a business. Businesses do what they want. That's the way it goes. Any business could fire an employee if they think it's reasonable, or punish an employee if they think it's reasonable, or whatever it is. Fines, whatever, suspensions, whatever it is. Businesses are allowed to do that. But that's where I am kind of confused, because the NFL suspends people all the time for things like this. I mean, Ray Rice isn't even in the league anymore because of his suspension. And for him not to get anything, and I'm not saying he should or shouldn't, but I'm just saying the NFL just is sending mixed signals, and it makes them look so bad, because Roger Goodell, and he always has the nickname, he's judge, jury, and executioner. For him not to pull the trigger on anything on this, not even a 2-game suspension, nothing, like, it almost makes you say, then why did everyone else get punished for anything that they did?
Here's why. All right, first of all, you're attacking a guy that you don't know any of the evidence. I hate people that do that. And it's not fair to call him a scumbag, dirtbag. And he might not have done it. The kid could have fell. It could have been the mom. The tape of her doing the audio, she was trying to bait him, and he never admits anything. And he doesn't even know he's being recorded.
He said, "You should be scared of me too."
So what? People say shit like that when they're mad, man.
So, so that would be, in my opinion, separate from the child, but that should be another investigation that the NFL should, not the law, but the NFL should be questioning and looking into. Because he's an employee. At the end of the day, he's an employee. That's all that matters.
He hasn't, so I'm not sitting here going to be like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, and, if somebody refutes it, you're fine. Like, Greg Hardy's person stopped the lawsuit, but, and he still got suspended. What happened is nobody knows for sure what happened, because Kansas refused to give the NFL any of the documents of the case. So, did we lose Ronnie?
Nope, I'm here.
All right. So what happens is the NFL has to go off of every other writing and findings that they can find. And every writing findings they can find, there's no wrongdoing by Tyreek Hill. So now Ezekiel Elliott is the only other person that I'd be like, maybe he got screwed, but other people's cases, it's proven that the woman, as there was either pictures or in the trial that people really thought they were going to, convict Greg Hardy if she didn't back out, stuff like that. There's actual things in the trial that are proven that these people did this. Ezekiel Elliott, even the person doing the thing said, I don't think he did it. I think they did the Zeke because he did multiple things, like pulling down the girl's top and like all that different stuff. I think that all kind of played in, and that's why they did it to him, hoping they would chill him out, which it hasn't, obviously, because you saw what happened this offseason. They can't suspend Tyreek Hill off of a whim. And then the audio, he doesn't admit to anything. She's trying to get him to. And he doesn't even know it's being recorded. I get he said some shitty shit, but people say shitty stuff all the time. Don't tell me anytime you get in a fight with your wife, you're fucking sending pleasantries out there. Like, let's not get carried away here. So I don't think that there's any reason he should be suspended unless the authorities in Kansas hand it over and they would see that it happened. But as it says right now, is that it's completely closed by the NFL, and Tyreek Hill is full go for the year. Maybe they'll reopen it after the year's over, but other than that, I don't think there's any reason to suspend Tyreek Hill.
Horrible take. Respect you, but horrible.
Well, I think your take's horrible. I think you're one of those people that are quick to judgment.
Let's hold that there. Reconnect, because we're about to get cut off. Yeah, so I'm going to disconnect, reconnect.
Screen share. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the last topic. Our way too early picks for NFL division champs. We won't go into playoffs and all that, but let's go around. We're going to start in the AFC. We're going to go north, south, east, and west. We'll do the north first. We'll pass it around through each person, give our picks, whatever, talk about it. So let's go. I'll start. AFC North. We were just talking about the Cleveland Browns, huh? And how good they are and what's expected of them. And that is exactly why I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the AFC North. Yep. Because if you watched the podcast last season, you know I have no respect for the Baltimore Ravens and the Lamar Jackson run game. I have no respect for it at all. Don't respect it. I look at them. They're a 6-7 win team this year, Baltimore. Cleveland, listen, could they win the division? Absolutely. They have a great chance at winning the division. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't, because super teams, first-year super teams, it doesn't tend to work out very well. After that, some magical things usually happen, but it's the first season, so we'll see. I don't trust Odell Beckham. We know that already. Boomer?
I have the exact same team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think more than anything, they want to prove that their team is good. They don't need Le'Veon Bell. Yep. They don't need Antonio Brown.
Juju's going to have a big year.
Yeah, and I think that they're going to try. They're not going to be worried about all the headlines like with Antonio Brown and stuff. I think they're going to really try their hardest to play good this year. I think he might be one of better outfielders last year's, personally. I know he's just signed a deal, but I think he's pretty much almost done. But I still think they win the division.
I think Ben has like 3 left, probably.
I think Cleveland wins the division and Pittsburgh gets in the wild card.
Oh, he's picking wild card teams, huh? Wow.
Just throw they both make it out of the division.
All right. Let's go AFC South. This one was kind of a tough one for me. It was between two teams, probably the same two teams for you guys. And I went with Boomer. Why don't you go first?
Oh.
I went with the Indianapolis Colts, and this is where one of the wild cards will be the Houston Texans. It will be nobody out of the AFC North. It'll be the Colts, the Texans. Jacksonville still has a terrible year because, as I always said, Nick Foles isn't any good.
Yep, agreed. About Nick Foles, anyway. Mike?
Colts. I think they win that division. I think they have a really, really good chance of winning the Super Bowl.
And it's unanimous. I took the Colts, too. I don't think Houston did enough in the offseason. I don't really like their running game. Their defense,
they didn't address their offensive line.
Yeah, they're right. Their offensive line, their defense isn't exactly what it used to be. I do like their defense, but
they don't really have a GM.
Yeah,
they're in shambles over there.
Yeah, they're kind of falling apart. Feel bad.
Couldn't sign Jadeveon Clowney.
Feel bad for Deshaun Watson
next
because
year.
That kid's. It's not going to happen for him there, and that sucks because he's really good. Let's go. Do we have to do the AFC East?
I mean, no.
We're all Patriots, so I don't know.
No, we're not.
I'm not never a Patriot.
Yeah, I chose the Patriots, but I am not a Patriot.
I think the Jets get second.
Okay, good. The Jets will get second at seven. The Jets will get seven.
Second place with 7 wins.
Yeah, and the Bills will get third with 6, and we'll get fourth with 4 or 5 wins. Ooh. Who cares?
I think the Jets are going to be better than people think.
You think they're going to be better?
Decent team,
I think the best they can be is 8-8, 9-7 if they're lucky. How about that?
I haven't looked at their schedule, so I can't sit here and say 10 wins.
I don't have to.
So,
who cares?
No, I'm just saying, I can't go I can't go above you because I don't know their schedules. But I think that they will be better than people. 9-7 can get you in the playoffs.
Listen, they got Miami twice, Buffalo twice, and New England twice. That's a guarantee.
So that's at least 2 New England, 1 with Miami, 1 with Buffalo. That's 4 losses right there. It is. 2 to New England, 1 each to Miami and Buffalo. How is that not realistic?
Fair enough.
Come on.
So they're coming out of that...
No, what am I here to amuse you? Am I a clown?
Yeah,
I'm funny now.
They're coming out of that stretch 2-6, Boomer. Where are they getting the rest of the wins?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I don't believe that anyways. I think the Dolphins get swept unless Rosen is just unbelievable.
Well, the last time the Jets,
dude, your team sucks.
The Jets haven't swept us.
Albert Wilson.
The Jets haven't swept us in over 10 years, my friend. Dream on about that.
They're
Yeah, 2 for 2, baby.
Get this guy out of here.
Oh man! All right, let's finish off the AFC. AFC West. Mike, start it.
Chargers. Gotta go with the Chargers. I want to see Phillip Rivers win one. I mean, I don't think he has a good enough team to do it, but it'd be nice.
Right? Yeah. Watch this. Boomer, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Chiefs.
Phillip Rivers, I knew it. I've never seen that guy win anything. I literally have never rooted for Phillip Rivers in my life. I hate the way he throws. I don't like his bolo tie wearing ass.
He kind of throws like Marino a little bit. He has a little Marino.
He was always
Marino
compared
has
to
a
Marino.
push sidearm?
Like a shot
No,
put
it's
kind of
just
throw.
the quick release. They always compared his quick release to Marino since he was a rookie. They always said that.
That's just nuts. But also,
I'll take that as a compliment.
Melvin Gordon's probably not going to play. That hurts a ton. I think the Chargers fall by the wayside this year. I don't think they're that good.
I agree with you. Keenan Allen's a year older. He's still one of the better receivers in the league, but that guy needs some help, man.
He's worried about his Madden rating.
Yeah, he's all worried about his Madden rating, so he's got other
Here
things
come
on
the
his mind.
Raiders coming in second and not making the playoffs in the AFC West.
Correct. Let's jump to the NFC. Start again in the North. I'm going with, and I'm backing my guy again this year, Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Boy, me and you are on the same kind of train. I got the same.
There you go. And you hate Kirk Cousins. I'm surprised about that.
Well, I think Aaron Rodgers is overrated.
You also
and I
hate
think that-
Aaron Rodgers. That's right.
Yeah, and I think that the Detroit Lions are just garbage.
And you
fucking
also hate
dumpster
the
fire.
Detroit Lions. I forgot about that,
And
too.
the Bears, the last 2 years, their GM Pace has had the 2 greatest drafts out of anybody, but they don't
Yeah.
have the quarterback. Trubisky cannot take them to win it.
And you
They
also
can
hate
play
Mitchell
on defense, but they
Trubisky.
can't win it. Kirk Cousins
Wrong.
win some big games, and the
Wrong.
Minnesota Vikings win the division.
I kind of agree with that also. I still don't have the belief in Mitchell Trubisky. I think the offense was bad enough last year that he shined. How about that?
No, he's going to be a perennial quarterback that gets like drafted in 12-team fantasy football leagues. The Bears win.
Well, then your draft, your team
The Bears.
He's going to get drafted. You're right. He's going to be drafted
As a
in
top
12
12
leagues.
quarterback is basically what I was saying.
He'll be drafted as like an option week-to-week quarterback.
I agree.
On a
You don't know who's going to be awesome for that team? David Montgomery. Their defense is legit, though. They've been
I like
drafted really good. Mitch Trubisky, though, he might be the downfall of the
He's like Alex Smith-esque.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get
like
with
Alex
Trubisky.
Smith and
Alex
everything.
Smith.
Like,
Alex Smith should have been a lot better. He should blame everything that went wrong in his career on John Harbaugh. All
Guys,
John Harbaugh's fault.
Jim.
did you see the
Jim
I
Harbaugh.
think it's
Right,
Pro
I like
Football
John
Talks
Harbaugh. Jim
top
Harbaugh.
25 quarterback list?
No.
Dude, don't even get me started on that shitty fucking.
Do you know that they have Alex Smith
Don't
on
even
that
get
list?
me started on that
all-time?
shitty fucking company.
All right.
Bleacher fucking report. What
All
ain't
right.
They
got
got
time
Marino
for that?
at 4. Bleacher Report, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Marino's
they're
at 4.
fucking losers. Tell them to shut the fuck up.
That's the only one
I'll
they hit
tell
on the
him.
head.
I'll tell
That's the
him.
only one they hit on the head.
Boomer, I'll tell him. Don't worry. I'll tell him.
I hope so. I hope they're listening, goddammit.
I forget who they had above Aaron Rodgers and
Who
Brett
cares?
Favre,
Fuck
but I
them.
almost
Don't even
spoke
talk
in my
about
mouth.
them. They're clickbait pieces of shit. Fuck them.
They are. You're right. They are. They became clickbait. You're right. All right, let's go NFC South. Let's get this show back on track. I gotta steer this thing the right way. NFC South. I think we're all unanimous here. Also, we're all going with
Nope.
the Falcons. No, I'm only kidding.
Nope.
Saints. Saints, right? Saints.
I'm not going with the Saints.
Yeah. Well, then
Who
you're
dat?
wrong.
Who
Then,
dat?
then you're wrong, though.
No, they
You-
haven't had a back-to-back.
We had some technical difficulties. The last thing that I got was that I was picking the Saints, basically. And Boomer
You
was
still
saying
got
he
the
wasn't.
Saints.
Yeah, we got the Saints.
I'm
and
going. So mine determines on this. Nobody knows for sure because Cam hasn't thrown a ball. If Cam's healthy and his arm isn't bad, I'm taking the Panthers. If he's not, I think the Falcons, who were riddled with injuries last year, now they got Julio and Calvin
Ridley.
I think this year they have a very good chance to win it. But I think it depends on the Panthers whether Cam's healthy or not. If he's not healthy and is as bad as he was at the end of last year, because they started off hot until he got hurt. But otherwise, I'm going to go with Atlanta because I don't think Cam will be healthy, so I'll just go with Atlanta.
So you just think the Saints definitely are not winning the division?
They're going to have the hangover of complaining about that play, man. It's going to.
You think Carolina and Atlanta are better football teams than the New Orleans Saints?
That's not how it always works, you guys. Not every good team wins.
So you're predicting the circumstances that are going to get in the Saints' way of winning the division,
Yeah.
and the
I do.
obstacles. Okay, all right.
There's a Super Bowl hangover for a reason. The only team that's lost the Super Bowl made it back.
They weren't even in the Super Bowl.
And the Patriots in the past 20 years.
They weren't even in the Super Bowl.
I know, but I'm just saying this is a real thing. They were upset about. They were so upset.
I'm
It was like
upset
losing the
too.
Super
I'm
Bowl.
still upset about it.
Well, I'm just saying that people, they make too big of a deal of it, putting up banners and shit like that.
Yeah, that's
changing
stupid
rules.
people though.
They might get in a wild card, but they don't win the division. I'm just telling you.
Drew
Just
Brees
tell
and
it.
Sean
You guys
Payton.
didn't agree with me about the Boston Red Sox. You don't got to agree with me about
Falcons
this.
would be lucky if they get freaking 6,
Drew-
7 wins.
Drew Brees and
Yeah.
Sean Payton have turned the page. It's a new season. They are not dwelling on what happened last year. Stop it.
You're wrong.
The fans are. They aren't. Okay.
They're going to put up 35 points a game.
You're talking about top
That's how they're gonna
shelf, the
respond.
two of them. Stop it. All right, let's
What do you
go.
mean? At the end of the year last year, they were on a huge decline point-wise.
NFC East. I got the Dallas Cowboys because I don't think Carson Wentz can stay healthy. Mike?
I agree. Cowboys. Dak Prescott.
No. That's not why.
Let's go, baby.
That's not right. That's not
Ride
right.
him, cowboy.
So
Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, they have a decent defense now. And I don't like Washington. Obviously, the Giants aren't going to be good. And I don't think Carson Wentz can stay healthy. I think the Eagles just got rid of their only insurance. And they didn't have a choice, but they did. Boomer.
So, Cowboys already have way too many problems. Ezekiel Elliott is making a big deal out of things. If they pay Dak Prescott what they say they're going to pay Dak Prescott, it's the end of the Cowboy franchise because the guy fucking sucks.
Oh, God.
So it'll be the end of the Cowboys because they're going to have to get rid of a lot of their good defensive players who are going to up for contracts. Amari Cooper's up for contract. Ezekiel Elliott wants a new contract. Jalen Smith's going to be up for contract. I mean, you're talking. If you pay Dak Prescott, it's the end of the Cowboys.
So you play for pay, baby.
It is the Phillies in a landslide. NFC
The
East,
Phillies?
NFC Beast champions.
The Phillies?
Yep.
The Phillies.
Philadelphia. You got me. Philly.
You got me. Somebody put a snake in the water hole.
Somebody put a snake in the water hole.
NFC West. Boomer.
Ooh.
NFC West.
Hey, it's Ron interrupting your regularly scheduled We the Fans Network podcast because we had some technical difficulties. The volume is a little off, I'm a little loud, Boomer and Mike are a little low, so this is your warning to lower your volume. I suggest you do that now. 3, 2, 1.
I feel like someone...
Ronnie.
We're on mute, too.
This guy.
It's one of them days.
It's one of them days, exactly.
Because you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Nope, can't hear you.
I don't know if the audio is going to pick up.
Recording device.
No?
We can't hear you.
What are you going to do? It's not going to work.
You better just hold up a sign about who you pick, and we'll read it off.
Yeah. Get a pen and write down your teams. For the
And we'll let the listeners know, because what did your other one just die? I thought you had to plug in with that. Fucking Androids, what a piece of shit.
Look at
The Rams, he has
the West has
LA
the Rams.
as the champion of the NFC West.
I concur, Ronnie.
I disagree. Also, the NFC East has not had a back-to-back champion since 2004. So, that's...
Ron, we don't want to see anything else, buddy.
Yeah, keep that wiener tucked.
Yeah, keep it above the waist, kid. Thank you. Thank you.
And for me, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. I think the Rams are going to have a bad spot make playoffs, but they ain't winning it.
Rams are creme de la creme out there, baby.
Close it up. Send it home.
Hear you, Ron. Keep talking. Yep.
Ron is just saying that he wants to let everybody know that the Miami Dolphins NFL franchise, and he's no longer a Yankee fan. He now roots for the Atlanta Braves.
And you can put the fans _Ron, or how does that go? On all networks, so you can look at oh boy, that's way too small. Write bigger, you jackass.
Close the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Seems like Ronnie is looking to tie things up here. So we want to say thank you for listening and watching, and don't forget to follow us on We the Fans Network, Ron, at We the Fans Network, Ron, and Boomer. Go ahead. Why don't you?
Hey, I also want to say we need to do. We all need to pick betting of over/under season wins on the NFL.
Yeah.
But also, it is at We the Fans Network
_Ron.
_Ron. I got that right earlier. I am at live for our new friend Ron can't say anything, so we did Foreman myself.
Have a good night, y'all.